beautiful day to be a Raider, draped in the silver and black. I represent the shield. I represent the swords. Oh, you know what time it is, Raider Nation. Oh yeah, you know what time it is. That's why you're here right now. That's why you take a little bit of time out of your evening to join me. Because you know what time it is. Oh yeah. It's time to bring them.
What's up, Raider Nation? I'm the commish coming to you live from Hardcore Challenge Live Studios, deep behind the enemy lines. This is Raider Reaction, and I tell you what, I am about the most anal person in the world, and the fact that Raider Reaction did not start right at 10 o'clock bugs the hell out of me. You have no idea. I started at 10 or in 1 second like every single night, and Facebook drops my connection. So, I'm sorry I'm a couple minutes late, but it built anticipation. For a Black Friday, and you know, Ryan, always got the tall boy in hand. Hope you got yours. Because it's Friday night. Friday, TGIF, it's been a long week. You ain't got no idea. So, what's up, Terry? What's up, Assassin Angel Eyes? I know, man, modern technology. I'm sitting here, you know, like I said, I'm crazy anal. I get this show prepped up. I spend a lot of time getting ready. So when it hits 10:01, bam, I'm ready to go. And then other people fail. So, you know, that's right. Technology is a wonderful thing when it works. What's up, Kevin? So, as a whole, what's up, Brian? This week has been very, very stale, really, in the sports world. I mean, I guess if you're a basketball fan, you had the finals start last night, which I'm not a huge basketball fan, and I honestly could care less who wins. But what's up, CC? So, you know, I thought tonight, since it's been a long week, it's been a grueling week, that we would do a little more informal style than I usually do. Little informal style. And do a little Q&A. You hit me with some topics. Give us any more about Derek Carr. There has been nothing else about Derek Carr, Brian. There's been you've seen some stories about what Carr has to say about it, that basically if he gets to training camp, that he's not going to answer the phone, and it's going to be business as usual for him if it gets to season and the deal's not done. And then the deal's just going to have to wait till the offseason. Now, I honestly do not think there is any chance of that happening. I don't think there's any chance of that happening. Mike, you ain't going to lie. It was the longest, shortest work week ever. I went into the week thinking, oh, yeah, we all did. Oh, 4-day week? Nothing, man. Coming off a 3-day week and 4-day week's gravy. Man, this week was brutal on me. I tell you what, from start to finish, my days were rough this week. But what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, Raider Nation. So, it's all good. And we all made it to Black Friday. So, we all made it. You know, I did see that the Queefs released Jeremy Maclin, which they don't need him anyway because they don't throw to wide receivers. You know, what do the Chiefs need wide receivers for? They don't throw to him anyway. Alex Smith's the check down king. You know, he throws to, like I said, Chuck, what do they need Jeremy Maclin for? They don't throw to wide receivers anyway. He's a check down king. He don't throw deep. Man, they went a whole season. A whole freaking season without a wide receiver catching a touchdown. You almost have to try to do that. That's like sucking at a part of the game on such an epic level that you should get like an award at the end of the game for that. Hey, gotta love that. Gotta love that double time. That's holiday pays double time. I'd go in for some double time. I don't get double time. That's right. We got Raider Bear is a little under the weather tonight. I do believe he got some dental work done. So man, we all know how that is. That's brutal. That's just brutal. So I do believe we've got Bear always does as we go coast to coast every single weeknight here on Oakland Raiders football. Start off with an hour here on the East Coast. Send it to the famous, infamous Raider Bear for another solid hour on the West Coast. And we know on Fridays, Bear always gives us 2. So, tonight it's not going to happen. I do believe Cece is covering. Princess Cece is covering the next hour after me. So I will hand the ball off to her so she can blast it up the gut. Take it for 6. And do believe Taz is going an extra long shift and covering it after her. But I may be wrong because I was doing show prep while the conversations were rolling about. So, not sure. Hold on, I missed something. What we don't need him again. Bringing him back, then it probably won't work. Yeah, I don't. No. Macklin. When I saw Macklin was released, the fact he was not even on the radar of somebody I even considered wanting on the team. We're good. We're good. Offense, we're good. We don't need nobody else. We're good. We're good. You know, there's a certain thing. Nice. Sweet, Brian. Anytime you want to call in, Brian, I'll throw you the number, man. You can call in and we'll kick it right here live. But you come on with the commission, you got to bring the fire. It's the only rule. And keep it clean. And honestly, on Friday nights, because, you know, I've been doing these webcasts for quite some time. Long before I came on here. I did them all through last season, before that, and I've been doing these for a while. I had a secret group, and I didn't share, and, you know, I kept it in a very small circle. But, now, I've stepped out of that, and into this. So, yeah, we've got, our offense right now, there's a thing called chemistry. And right now, the Cooper Crabtree thing is chemistry. And honestly, if you really stop and think about it, the addition of Cordarrelle Patterson, he has every skill set that we needed for that extra guy that we're adding in the mix. You don't want to break up the chemistry we got going. Even if Megatron wanted to come back, I'd have to, a strong thing. You'd have to be the number 3. Because I don't know if I'd want to break up our 1 and 2. Because they're solid. They cut the drops out this season. They cut the drops out this season. And, I mean, I'm telling you, every time it was a drop, it was a touchdown or a first down. Every single time. Sup, Carmine? Sup, Toe? I'm sorry. I'm just calling you Toe because I know I'm going to butcher your name, bro. And I don't want to do that. So, if I see him up there, and, you know, I don't want to butcher anybody's name, so I usually give you a short nickname. Pure gold. I like it. I like it. Alchemy. I like. See, that's what I'm looking at the defense, too. That's why. Me too, Toe. I'm looking at that D, man. That's what I'm worried about. That's what I'm worried about. So, like I said, though, we've addressed all of the holes on defense. It's all about. Oh, sinus cold. That's no good, Chris. Take care, man. Take care. It's going around, apparently. Everybody got bears at the dentist. Lentz is down. Take care, bro. We'll catch you next week. Dang, lost my train of thought. But, defense. We filled all the holes. And it's all about health. The guys who drafted last year need to take a big step this season. They need to take a big step. The guys who drafted last season need to take a big step. And I don't know if they can gel quick enough. That's the question. Because now we've got the young guys. We got Ward. We got Calhoun. We got those guys that really need to take the big step this year. But we're also adding in these young guys. We got the two young rookie middle linebackers we're bringing in. We got Jelani Jenkins we're bringing in. You got Mario Edwards Jr. who was banged up a lot, so he wasn't in there getting as many reps with, for cohesiveness on the D. So you're adding in all these mixes, and then the defensive backs. You got Garyon Connolly adding in. She giving you the mama hints there. You better listen to her. She's like, you stay away from the dairy products. Now you go get yourself a warm blanket, and you go lay down, Chris, and you take care of yourself. You drink some orange juice. That's awesome. But yeah, obviously our defense is the biggest concern. We are going to have an elite offense this season. I don't think there's any doubt about that. We're going to have an elite offense. We had an elite offense last season. We were that offense that, because we'd sucked for so long, that nobody wanted to call us elite. It was just killing them. Just grinding their teeth to be like, yeah, Derek Carr's he's on the verge of elite, or he's almost elite, or, come on now. Come off of it. This season, there'll be none of that. It'll be like, he's an elite quarterback. It's an elite offense. Top offense in the league. You're going to hear it all freaking season long, because we're going to come out, and we're going to run it. We're going to run it. We are in for one of those seasons we've been waiting for so long. And for me personally, this season is coming at the best time it can for me. My son is a huge sports fan. He's turning into a gigantic Raiders fan. He's 10 years old. And so basically the time he's 8, 9, 10, where he's really starting to get into football with me, the Raiders have been on a resurgence. And then to have last season and to enjoy all that with your son and be able to take him to a couple games and be right down on the field, and he's standing against the fence watching Derek Carr right in front of him warm up, and that's just sweet. And then this season is going to be even better, and so the whole time he's going to be like I was when I was a kid. He can be looking at beast mode like I looked at Marcus Allen. He's looking at Derek Carr like I looked at Jim Plunkett. That's just awesomeness. So, now, I'm going to take you guys on a quick spin, and then we're going to spin right back. So I'm going to 180 you. Because normally I don't touch on stuff like this, because I don't like to, it's Friday night. I like to keep it happy. But, I do want to touch on something. I want you guys, when you get off of, when you're done watching the show, if you pop in for a few minutes, if you stay the whole time, however long you stay. When you get off, before my show came on, there was a post put on the Oakland Raiders football page. There is a gentleman who was a show host on here, has been a show host, but he is in ill health right now, and he can't be a show host. And that man is less than $1,000 away on a GoFundMe page of keeping a roof over his house while he's going through last-ditch efforts, chemotherapy, to basically save his life. So, every night I get several thousands of viewers on Raider Reaction. If every one of those viewers went to that GoFundMe page and put 50 cents on there, we would know this guy's family was going to be taken care of. So, if you got a second when you get off, take a peek. It's the post right before my show came on. If you got 50 cents to share, man, throw it the man's way. So, that's that. Back to Black Friday, because I don't want to drag it down, but keep fighting, brother. Raider love. So, like I said, it's all about gelling and health on the defense. A lot of young guys. We got Obi we're working in. You got Garyon Connolly we're working in. You got Joseph, who really played and came in well last season. but he was banged up a little bit. So we still need to see him come in and give us that solid 16. We need to see him back there and see what he can do for a full season. Because I'm telling you, if we wouldn't have had a lot of the been as banged up as we were in the back end of our secondary last season, I think that would have helped a little bit. It definitely couldn't have hurt. Couldn't hurt. I mean, we were anemic. We were bleeders. God, we got gashed right and left. It was getting sickening. It's like, damn, give DC a break. Do we got to come back in the fourth quarter every other week? I mean, it's nice that we can, and we know we can, but hey, man, let's not do that. Let's not do that. I hope you're right, Adam. I hope you're right. Because, agreed, if you've got a guy putting the pressure on the one side, Defensive Player of the Year on the other side, and you got to start worrying about both of them, man, you can't double team everybody. That means somebody's coming. Somebody's coming on solo. And you put a single man on either one of those, there ain't a single man on this planet that's going to stop Khalil Mack all game long. I don't care who he is. There ain't an offensive lineman out there in the league that is going to shut Khalil Mack down all day long. Not a friggin' one. What's up, Stephanie? Not a one. Not a one. Man, I don't even think D-Pen's going to shut him down all day long. And D-Pen is a beast. I don't think he can shut him down all game long. Khalil Mack is just that. He's that once-in-a-generation type player. And DC could be that as well. And to have both of those and pull them out of the same draft, if history continues that the way I see it continuing, and probably the majority of Raider Nation sees it continuing, that draft could go down as one of the greatest draft classes by a team in history. If you really think about it. Because just those two alone is amazing. You had the two guys out of the same draft class 3 years prior, almost got the MVP and the Defensive Player of the Year in the same freaking year. Amazing. Exactly. Gabe Jackson too. That was the other one. It could go down as one of the greatest draft classes ever. And we're living and breathing it right now, Raider Nation. So it's a beautiful time to be a Raider. I'll drink to that. Hell, I'll drink about anything, but I'll definitely drink to that. So what else you got? What else you got? What you guys want to talk? Got any questions? Throw it up there. It's a Black Friday. It's Q&A. We're keeping it informal, keeping it casual on a Friday. The news has been light. It was a short week, holiday week. You know, obviously you're sitting at home chilling, like me, on a Friday night. So what's on your mind? What do you got questions on? There's not a whole lot that's going on in the Raider world right now that I can't talk to you about. Because trust me, I've done into about everything. Bowman? I don't know, Toe. I don't know. I'm not sold on Bowman as somebody that I think can be a fit in our team. I'm just not sold on him. Not sold on him. Thank you, Assassin Angelus. Not sold on him. I will honestly, if we're going to sign somebody that's out there, I've been hearing his name too, man. The only reason we keep hearing his name is because there's not that many guys out there left that are worth a spit. There just aren't. That's why we keep hearing his name. But the guy, if we're going to bring somebody back, bring back Perry Riley Jr. You would think the longer he's on free agency, that his price has to be going down a little bit. You would think. He's not, obviously, a hot commodity, or he would have been signed by now. So, the longer he's out there, the price is dropping. Don't let him fall all the way down so he just goes to wherever. Snatch him up, keep him happy. Yeah, I agree. I agree totally. You can keep him. No. Stick on over there in San Fran. We don't need you. We don't need you. What's up, John? Mr. Ramos? So, anything else? Anything else? Me either, Al. I cannot wait to see me some beast mode in action. I tell you what. I had Marshawn Lynch was my... Now, just to give you... I don't know if I've told... Not everybody's heard this story. Because everybody... Somebody asks me, why are you the commish? How'd you end up with the moniker the commish? Well, man, it's not something I necessarily gave myself. I've had it for a very long time. I run an insanely competitive fantasy football league called Hardcore Challenge. I have a webcast called Hardcore Challenge Live, which is where, at the beginning of Raider Reaction, coming to you live from Hardcore Challenge Live Studios, which is where all the action takes place. Both my webcasts take place, which I may share a little of my fantasy football webcast flavor with you guys when the season gets here. But typically during the season, I do 3 shows on the fantasy football during my league, and I do a Sunday night at halftime. As soon as it goes halftime, Hardcore Challenge Live goes live. As soon as it goes halftime of Sunday Night Football every week. So, and we do an update on where all the games are at in my fantasy football league. And then on Tuesday after the week's over, we do a recap. And then on Wednesday, we do our Game of the Week edition, have the owners on, and I interview them, and they smack talk, and it's awesome football. And so, but this fantasy football league is like no other fantasy football league. And I run this thing. It is the closest thing. We've got individual defensive players. It's the closest thing to owning your own NFL franchise as you can make it. I mean, we've got a traveling trophy. You get a custom NFL Super Bowl ring that's made from the same company that makes the Super Bowl ring every year. I mean, this fantasy football league is legit. You got to buy into it basically to get into it, because every owner that's been in it, we got 32 owners, 2 conferences, battle just like the NFL division schedule, everything. And so I am the commish. That's where I got the name, because I'm the freaking commish. So that's where I got it. So if you ever wondered, that's your answer. Yes, Justin does make the Super Bowl rings. I mean, there's the ones that we get for our league are tight. They got the NFL logo on the top. They say league champion. On the side, you can personalize it to say whatever you want, and the other side, you can personalize it to say whatever you want. They do come pretty sweet. So it's a nice little, because the trophy we got is a traveling trophy, so it travels around, and you get to keep it for a year if you win it. You get to leave a mark upon it before sending it to the next guy. So, but you don't get to keep it. So the ring is nice. You get to keep. Plus, if you win, you get $1,000 too. So that's nice. So you get $1,000, a trophy, and a ring. What do you want? Who's your team, Brian? What baseball team you watching? Who's your team? Just curious. I'm a Rays fan. Do I have any rings? Now, why'd you have to go there, Terry? Why'd you have to go there? No, I don't have any rings. I lost in the Super Bowl once. I have won my division 3 times. And I've been to the Super Bowl. But I've lost. In like a freaking shootout, man. It was like 180 something to like 172, and I lost. Yes, so the commissioner's never even won his own league. Thanks for putting my shame out there for the world, Terry. Because it does chat me that oh, we love flavor. I'd throw it up in here, especially on a Friday night, especially on Black Friday. They keep it fresh. Come on. Give us all a donkey fin to chew on. Why not? Why not? Why not? But, I can't wait for the season to get here. Because last season, I did Raider Reaction sporadically. It wasn't a regular thing like I'm doing this season. My Hardcore Challenge Live, that's been going on for a while. And, that's a more, it's fantasy football. It's a fantasy football podcast. So I started this webcast last season. So my fantasy football one had been going for a while. And I started this one last season because, obviously, I love the Raiders. I mean, I'm a diehard member of the Raider Nation. I bleed silver and black. And as much as I love talking about football, The only football I really want to talk about is Raider football. Because that's really the only football that matters to me. But, like I was saying, back to my original part of the story, which, man, I went on a freaking S-curve. For the original part of the story, because, man, I forgot, it was Al that mentioned, well, we're ready to see Beast Mode. Well, I'm ready to see Beast Mode too. But what started off on my story about fantasy football was Beast Mode, because in the Hardcore Challenge Live, we carry 5 keepers. One has to be defensive season to season. We have a very large roster. You have to carry 5 keepers. Marshawn Lynch was one of my keepers for like 4 seasons. Oh yeah, I got a huge Raider tat. You never seen my ad? I'll go look for my ad. It's on Oakland Raiders football. It's a black and white. Got the over the shoulder. I got a Raiders tattoo about that bag on my whole shoulder, and I got a lot of tattoos, but a lot, which you may have seen because I do wear tank tops on the show occasionally. Because I got a lot of I got sleeves to here on both arms, and then my whole chest to my waist is tattooed. And a good part of my back, so. But huge Raiders tattoo on my back. Huge. I don't know. Darn near a foot, corner to corner, from tip of the sword to the handle of the sword. So, I mean, it's a big tattoo. So, yes, I do. I even have it. I have it inked upon me. I've been stamped a member of Raider Nation permanently. Till I'm dead in the ground. Can't get rid of it. That's what's up. I saw this guy on a page the other day, and he's like, they were talking about, it was because somebody was getting pissed off in one of the Raider pages because somebody was posting about the Warriors, and people were going off about the Warriors, and, they didn't want to have basketball stuff in the Raider. Go take it to your basketball group, and blah, 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 blah. But, and then I've seen... And then this guy pops on there, makes the statement that just makes me roll my eyes. We've all heard it. Well, it's okay, because I'm a fan of 2 teams. I like the Raiders and the Bears. I'm like, what? What? You like the Raiders and the Bears? How is that even possible? So which tattoo do you go get? You ain't a fan. Come on. Hey, you gonna go get a half C, half shield tattoo? Get out of here! I hope the guy stabs you in the arm with his needle if you ask for it. That's obscene. You can't. I'm a fan of 2 teams. No, you're not. Then you're not a fan. Because what's fan short for? What's it short for? Fanatic. A fanatic. You can't be a fanatic and cheer for 2 teams. That makes you not a fan. You are just a spectator, not a fan. A fan is a fanatic. A fan is the guy who'll come on here for 5 hours a week and talk to you about football and not get paid for it. That's a fan. Not some guy like, I got 3 teams. I like the team where I live. I like the team where I grew up. And, I like the Raiders too. I like that Derek Carr. Get out of here with that garbage. You dual fan crap. I'm a dual fan, nothing. I've lived deep behind the enemy lines for a decade. You come at me with some Bucks garbage and try to even touch me with some red and I'm going to knock you out. Give me that, come on with that 2-team garbage. Come on. You can't have 2 teams. Oh, you're kidding me. Ryan, I grew up with a friend like that. I tell you what, man. My buddy, whatever team won the championship the year before, he was rocking them the next year. It's like, dude, come on, man. You weren't rocking that, Back in the day when it was McGuire and Canseco, he was rocking A's gear. And then, it just... Probably, that's probably it, Chuck. You probably hit the nail on the head. The Bears, he probably was a diehard Bears fan. And now the Bears are in the cellar and completely suck. The Raiders aren't. Because, here's the thing, listen, man, if I didn't see you rocking Raiders gear 3 years ago, don't be coming at me with your nonsense. Just don't. Because, there's not a game that I haven't watched every single minute, every single second, and every single snap in over the last 20 years. Every single game. I hardly even miss a minute of preseason. I watch every minute. That's a fan. Not like those guys just chat me. I made a comment. I couldn't help myself. So there's no such thing as a person that's a fan of two teams. Then you're not a fan. I'm sorry. About that long for me too, Nick. About that long. I remember the whole time I was growing up, I was born in 75, so I was around for the first Super Bowl, although I couldn't, I was alive. I was like 1. But, then as I'm growing up, I'm about 5, 6, they win the second one. And then I'm 8, 9, and they win the third. So the whole time, it's kind of like my son as he's growing in now. I grew up in an era of Raider greatness. And then they were good through the 90s. We had some good teams. And then, the late 90s, early 2000s. And then, freaking bottom fell out, for a minute. And we lived through hell. But, you know what? Sometimes it's the suck that makes you appreciate the glory. Sometimes it's just the suck that makes you appreciate the glory. And we had a lot of suck. And now we're going to reap it. We're going to reap the glory. And we're going to bask in it. And it's going to make the win even sweeter. Because we waited so long for it. I know. See, that's the thing, Toe, is there's right now, like my son, for instance, he's 10, going to be 11 right before the season starts, a week before the season starts. So he's 10, 11 years old. And there's a lot of kids, 11 to 16, let's just say that age demographic. Those kids right now are growing up on Raider football. And this is the new generation of Raider Nation is being born right now. Right now. So, there are going to be some older fans, too, that get born right now, too. Now, the thing is you hope that these new fans will run out the lids. Oh, man, I really like the Raiders. They're silver and black. They give me a new hat and jersey. Well, we can only hope that they got hooked and they stay. They're not a bandwagon fan to me. If they come and they stay. They embrace the Raider Nation, and they come and they stay, then that's one thing. But right now, in the greatness that the Raiders are building and becoming again, it's a beautiful thing to see that we are bringing in a whole new crop and a new generation of little Raider fans, just like we were all one day. Because we all grew up in an era of Raider greatness. We didn't grow up in the suck. So, we all grew up in an era of Raider greatness when we were one of the storied franchises. And we're coming back to that. It was a 14-year painful journey. But like I said, sometimes it's the pain that makes you say when it's over, oh yeah, it was worth it. Because look how good this feels now. I mean, come on, Raider Nation. How good did you all feel last season? Every single week. When you gotta come to work on Monday, be like, coworkers like, Raiders win yesterday? I'm like, come on, sucker, we stomped that ass. Come on. Of course we won. Don't even ask me. So every week, because you know how it is when you're at work. On Friday, you leave and you're like, oh man, my team's playing yours this weekend, man, you're gonna get stomped. I got so-and-so on my fantasy football team, and man, Raiders are gonna get stomped. And then you come back on Monday, you just walk in, you ain't gotta say nothing. You just like, look at him like, yeah, you know what I don't even gotta say it. I ain't even gotta say it. I'm just gonna sit over here and whisper Raiders to myself. That's what's up, Toe. That's what I say. We're raising them right, man. We are bringing the whole next... Exactly, Chuck. The NFL... Every movie in the world needs a bad guy. Needs a villain. Wears the black hat. There ain't a good storyline, period, written, in film, nothing. Whether there ain't a bad guy. And you know what? I always root for the bad guy. So, I liked Darth Vader. I liked the dark side. I just was always a Raiders fan. Chuck's right. It's the league needs us. Oh, who's this guy? Who's this guy? What team you repping, Tim? Throw it out there. Because we only got one rule on Raider Reaction. If you're going to step in and you want to step up, bring the fire. So if you got it, you got something to say, better bring it. Bring it. It's Black Friday. You can't just walk in, drop something like that. Come on now. Expound. Speak your mind. Let it out. Let it flow. But I know, Ryan, it's a great, we nationally televised a lot. We got primetime games. It's gonna be a great season, man. It's gonna be a great season. You got the Dallas game at home. You got at Philly's a primetime game. You got the at Miami at night's a primetime game. You got the Kansas City on Thursday night's a primetime game. You got at Washington on Sunday Night Football's a primetime game. I mean, ready for... Oh, bro, are you a Titans fan? Titans fan? No. That's like seeing a Sasquatch. It's like seeing Bigfoot or Nessie. A real life Titans fan. Wow. I went to a game in Tennessee before. Oh, when was the last time I was in Tennessee for a game? I think it was 2005. I think Kerry Collins was our quarterback. I remember that game. Took a couple of friends of mine. We drove down there for that game. I was living in Iowa at the time. And you guys still had Pac-Man Jones. He's an Oilers fan. Yeah, the Tennessee Oilers. Yeah, it took them a minute before they realized there was no friggin' oil in Tennessee. Then they had to change their name. Beast Mode should have retired. He's 30. He just turned 31. He's just turned 31. He should have retired for what? He was still at the top of his game when he left. What do you guys got? What do you got? He ain't got nothing. Come on. You guys are in a weak division. Weak. Your division is so weak. Come on. What's your biggest competition? What's your biggest competition you got? Curious. Yeah, he did. He retired and came back. Of course he did. He retired, but he wasn't like he's 37 and he's coming out of retirement. He retired when he was 29. I mean, come on. He wasn't even retired, really. He's like, I'm taking a break. This is like, I'm taking a break. His retirement was like Ricky Williams' retirement. So Ricky Williams just retired to go smoke some weed. Mariota ain't gonna do garbage. Mariota, oh, Timmy. You crack me up. A Titans fan. I just can't believe we got a real life Titans fan up in here, man. That's like some absolute craziness. A Titans fan. How do you pull a Titans fan didn't even think they existed. You know, like the other day, what was it, a couple months ago, I seen a real-life Texans fan. I haven't seen one of those either. So, you know, those are something we run around with. But, I mean, let's look. Tennessee, you're going against Indianapolis, Houston, and Jacksonville. Oh my God, this dude is hilarious. Get out of here. With who? Who on defense? Who you got on defense going to stop beast mode with all Wally in front of him opening the hole? We got one of the best offensive lines in the league. Separating you guys. We're going to separate you like some cooked chicken, brah. Like we're making pulled pork. We're going to pull your freaking defensive line apart. Like we're cooking up some barbecue, man. We're ripping you off the bones. Are you kidding me? You guys are nothing. The Titans are garbage. How'd it work out for you last season? Did you forget? You're 9-7. Come on, you're 9-7. You didn't even win your division. 9-7. Come on, man. 9-7. Look at that with your garbage. The Titans. Come on. Who's the greatest Titan ever? Steve McNair? Steve McNair? This is the greatest Titan ever. Gets killed by a side piece. That's your history. That's your lineage right there. That's your greatest guy ever. Air McNair. Should have aired on side of caution's what he should have done. Him or Eddie George. Guess that's what you got. You got Eddie. Eddie and a big runner-up. You never even won nothing in Houston. Your entire franchise, your entire lineage is a joke. What have you ever done? Houston did nothing. Houston had the biggest freaking flop choke job in playoff history. Then they left and went to Tennessee. Your franchise was finally smart enough to figure out there's no oil in Tennessee, so they changed their name to the Titans. Tighten up. Come on, tighten up. Get out of here. You guys are lame. You're one of them subpar, on the side of the curb franchises. Nobody cares. You guys are irrelevant. Irrelevant. I'll see you in week 1. We'll see you in week 1. We're going to curb stomp you. We're going to put your teeth on the curb and do you like American History X. That's what's going to happen. And they still didn't win. No, what happens? West Coast teams never go to the East Coast and win back-to-back. And we still beat Tennessee and Baltimore. And did it again later in the season. Because West Coast teams can't go to the East Coast and win back-to-back on the road. And we did it twice. Come on. Titans. Oh, man. Next. Next. That's enough spent on that sorry franchise. Because, I mean, really. The Titans. Bro, you ain't gonna shut nothing. Because, okay. Here, let me throw this hypothetically at you, Tim Hogan. Let's say by some freaking absolute landfall, windfall that somehow you beat us in week 1. We're gonna end up in the playoffs regardless, and you guys aren't. Because even if you did beat us, it doesn't change the fact that your team sucks. And ours doesn't. And we're going to the playoffs next season. You can put money on that. Our quarterback was in discussion for MVP. Was yours? We had the Defensive Player of the Year. Did you? Did you have anybody even in the discussion of either category? No. Did you have a couple wide receivers that went for over 1,000 yards? Did you have that? You got one of the greatest running backs in the last 10 years who's got a Super Bowl ring on his hand? Only 31, ready to prove the world? You got that? No. You ain't got nothing. You got the Titans. You got a busted Mariota with a bunch of ligament damage in his leg who's trying to put it all back together for this season. No. Come on. Anything else you got, Raider Nation? Q&A with the commish. I think we've had enough fun with the Titans fan. It's like knocking around one of them, you know, it's like a cat pawing around a little bug all curled up. I feel sorry for him at some point. You just pull the cat off and be like, leave that damn thing alone. You know? It's like my cats when they're attacking lizards. You know, you're the lizard. I just pull my cat off you. I'll let you, we'll spare you. Please scurry away. A Titans fan. Oh man, that's hilarious. This will go down in the annals of Raider reaction history. The Black Friday with the Titans fan. That's what I'm saying. It's a good, exactly, Chuck. It's a good possibility he's not even healthy 100%. Because they had similar breaks. Mariota had a ton of ligament damage. His bone was not fusing immediately like Carr's was. His recovery was much worse. Carr was doing full leg workouts in February. And I'm telling you, man, it's going to be rough in week 1. So, make sure you come back and visit me, Tim Hogan. So, we'll talk in week 2. Come on. Yeah, you got to come back and show your face. Oh, that's craziness. Crazy, crazy, crazy. A Titans fan. Man, I had a crazy, well, it was a crazy fan I had up in here a couple weeks ago. Man, I can't remember now. There's something else, too. Somebody else crazy. He won't. Of course he won't. He probably left anyway. Ooh, I don't know, Michael. That's an interesting question. It's hard to say. It's hard to say what we're thinking about going to do, you know, further down the line, because we've addressed a lot of those already. You know, and it kind of depends on what shakes out. What shakes out? The Jets! That was it, Chuck. That was it, Chuck. The Jets. Jets. That was it. Man. Chuck's my go-to resource guy. He even remembers who was on the show weeks ago. Look at this guy, man. He's my go-to resource guy. Who needs a whole panel of resource guys when you got Chuck out there? The Jets. That's right. So that's crazy now. That's a Jets fan of 2 teams now that a fan would come out and want to talk smack in the middle of another team's webcast where all we're talking is, you know, silver and black and Raider football for the most part. I mean, on Monday and Wednesday, I do get into a little more lead stuff when I got Prime on because, you know, we got to keep up on the enemies, man. And, but for a Jets fan and a Titans fan, I mean, those are 2 teams. You ain't got nothing to bring to the table. I mean, at least this is the Jets fans can throw Joe Namath in your face, but what the heck's a freaking Titans fan got? Maybe he does like the Bears. Maybe he does. You know, Emerson can be good. Emerson can be good. I'm telling you. I think the corners are going to be much improved. I keep saying it. Got Rod Woodson in your ear now at the cornerback coach, in the cornerback position, and that's going to make a difference. That's going to make a difference. I'm telling you. I've been saying it. Rod Woodson in the ear, moved from safeties up to coaching the corners. It's going to help. And Obi is going to slide up, and I'm telling you he's going to play some hybrid corner too. That means he's got Rod Woodson in his ear too. And you know Rod's going to be talking to the safeties too. So, I'm telling you, having Rod Woodson, we did knock out their QBs. Oh, man. Well, we're going to get them again. Because if you think about it, what do we get the first 2 weeks, guys? We get Titans-Jets. Week 1, week 2. Come on. That's a cakewalk. Why don't you just spot us 2-0? And we'll just move along. Just spot us 2-0. Yeah. And then we got the Skins. Yeah, man. I'm telling you. I know we're supposed to have, exactly, Pagano too. 0-2 against the Titans and the Jets? Come on, bro. He was hanging out. He's like, I'm going to stick around. I'm going to throw this in right at the end. Hold on. The Titans and the Jets. Come on, man. We got the Titans, the Jets, and the Skins. There's no way we're dropping any one of those three out of the gate. The pivot game is week 4 when we play Denver. We go to Donkeyville, and that's our pivot game right there. We'll be 4-0 right out of the gate. Bang. Betcha. Betcha. But there's not a doubt we're starting out 2-0. Come on. The Tennessee and the Jets. We were the Road Warriors last season. The Road Warriors. 6-2 on the road. Went 4-0 on the back-to-back trips to the East Coast. So, you're crazy. Boy's out his mind. That boy crazy. That boy crazy. I feel sorry for him. Somebody pat him on his head and send him home, please. But Tim, I expect you, as a man of your word, come back in week 2. Join Raider Reaction. And we'll talk about that week 1 game. Because if you beat us, I will stand here and eat crow. And you can let me have it. But by God, if we put it on you, come up and stand and take it. Like a man. I'll see you. Week 2. I'll be here. I'm not going nowhere. I'm right here. All right. All right, Tim. I'm going to hold you to it. I'm going to be right here. All the way through the season. I'm here 5 nights a week. 7 o'clock Pacific, 10 o'clock Eastern. 5 nights a week. So, you come on back. And we'll talk. Because that'd be interesting. You know what, Tim? I even got a better one. The week of the game. Week of the game. You come back on the Black Friday edition. And let's have some fun. Because it's football, man. I mean, that's really what it's all about. And I appreciate you, Tim, because you're a fan. You're standing up for your team. You came on here. You came on here in an opposing team's show, and you've been very respectful. You've kept it. You've kept it. You know, yes, Assassin Angel Eyes, and they're staying down by me. They're staying at the IMG over in Bradenton, which is where they stayed last time down in Florida when they staying for the Miami. I will, bro. I will. Because, I mean, that's really what it's all about, man. You came on here, you threw some fire out, we had some fun with you. Because obviously you knew we were going to have fun with you because you stepped into a Raiders, stepped into a Raiders show. So you know we're going to have a little fun with you. But you kept it respectful. You didn't, and we appreciate that. You're a football fan because when a Raider comes down to the core, we're all football fans. And without the other 31 teams, there is no Raiders. So, I'm going to hit you up. And week 1, Black Friday, we're going to come in here. And if you're down, Tim, I'll call you up. We'll put you on the horn, man. We'll break it down for a minute. If you're game. If you're game. It should be a good one, man. You guys got an up-and-coming young team, but I think your team's a little younger than ours is. But I do think you got an up-and-coming team. I'm not going to lie. But, alright. I got to get out of here. Because what do? Every single weeknight on Raider Reaction, right here on Oakland Raiders football, what do? We go coast to coast. Start right here on the East Coast with a solid hour of Raider flavor and insight from the commish and Raider Reaction. And then we go to the West Coast. Now, normally, we throw it deep to the infamous Raider Bear, but Raider Bear's down tonight. A little dental issue, so he's down. So, we're still going to send it coast to coast. But we're going to hand it off, up the gut, to the princess, Cece, and she's going to take it for 6. Busting up the gut like a little beast mode. And she's going to take it. I'm not in Bradenton. No, but I'm close to Bradenton. The Bradenton's just south of, it's across the Skyway, and that's where they're practicing. I'm about 45 minutes from there. just down up the freeway. I'm in the Tampa Bay area. So, but thank you guys for joining me on a Black Friday. Keep it a little informal. The news was light this week, and it's been a holiday week, and it was a long, short week. So we all just needed to end it on a good note. Kick it. Hey, appreciate the Titans fan for letting us poke fun at him. And, I'm going to be hitting you up, Tim Hogan. I wrote you down. I'm looking you up. Titans fan, Tim Hogan. So, look up my page, Tim Hogan. Raider Reaction. Search it. Come find me. If I don't find you, you find me. Let's put it together. Week 1. Get you here on Black Friday. Titans, Raiders. Let's break it down. So, for all the rest of you, man, thanks for joining me as always. Ain't Raider Reaction without the Raider Nation. Peace, love, Raider Nation.